Okay, now we've already talked about this part of our word here, SOHCAHTOA. Remember we said that this T stands for tangent of an angle, and we don't know the tangent of some angle, and remember that is opposite over adjacent. Okay? Now let's talk about the beginning of this phrase. Okay? The so and the ka. All right? Now, the so basically, as I said before, means sign, and that's spelled S-I-N-E. Okay? But on your calculator, and for shorthand, they'll always write it as S-I-N, which you will say is sin. Okay? All right? But that's what the shorthand is. So we'll say this, the sign of an angle, all right? And again, we'll start with angle R. We'll say that the sign of R is the opposite over H. Because we know O is already opposite. So H, of course, would have to be what? It's got to be hypotenuse. So to find the sign of an angle, just take the opposite and put it over the hypotenuse. Okay? All right? So if I'm using angle R, then how would I label my ratio? How would I label it? Yeah. The sign of R would just be the opposite of angle R, which it would be B. So it would be B over the hypotenuse, which of course is C. So your sign ratio for angle R would be B over C. All right? Okay? So could you write a sign ratio for, say, angle T? Remember, opposite over hypotenuse. Right. The sign of angle T would be opposite, which is A, over over hypotenuse, which is C. Okay? So your sign ratio for R is B over C. Your sign ratio for T is A over C. Okay? Once again, you see that angle S is not included. But here's the kicker on this one. What is the opposite of angle S? It's the hypotenuse, isn't it? So if I want to write the ratio for the sign of angle S, I would be doing the opposite, which is C, over the hypotenuse, which is C. So the sign of S, which is the right angle, is C over C. But what does C over C equal to? That's right. The sign of S is 1. Okay? So what you have to remember is that the sign of a right angle always equals 1. Okay? All right? So, here are your sign ratios. Okay? And then, in a moment, we'll erase this and we'll talk about the cosine, which is the C part of our SOHCAHTOA.